Hi loves, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be showing you guys how I wash my products. So let's jump straight into the video. I like to make sure I put a tablecloth on my table, and I like to wipe it with the Lysol disinfecting wipes just to be extra clean. I have two big basins, we call them, but you can call them bowls. And this is what I'm going to be using to pour my distilled water in. So you have to pour a gallon of distilled water. I have two jugs, so I just pour them in until they are full to the top. What I'm using next is my Sturmine. This is what I was showing you guys. It's a Sturmine tablet, and I'm going to place one inside of the water. As you can see, it's dissolving in the water, and it turns blue when it is completely dissolved. So one basin has the Sturmine, and the other basin is just clear water because I like to do a rinse out. Next, I just drop my products inside of that water. Very self-explanatory. And with these tubes, I have to go in and open them up because some of them closes up. So I go in there and I open them up and I make sure that they sit there and they soak until all of the product is saturated in that water. I leave it for approximately 10 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes, and then I rinse it out once I am done. So we're just gonna leave it, and you guys are gonna see the rinse out process. I swear this is the part that is the most tedious because I have to take each and every single product out of the, we'll call it blue water, and put it in the rinse out water. My hands hurt, but it is kind of fun and very soothing. Once I am done putting all of the product materials in the rinse out water, I leave it for about 5 minutes and then prepare it for the drying process. We are going to be cleaning the squeeze tubes. Now in this box, I have about 10 mLs. I think I ordered about 100 in those. And the second box is my 15 milliliters, and I ordered about 200 of those. Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with cleaning these products because you have to clean the individual tubes itself, and you also have to clean the caps and also the applicators that you put on your lips. So it's a love-hate relationship because you don't want to lose anything. So I usually put them in an individual cup, as you guys can see, a measuring cup, which is clean. And I put them in a bowl so that way I can add them into the water. Here's my cleaning rule of thumb. Every time I wash a product, I use new water and a new capsule. But my rinse out water, I leave it. Once the product is completely rinsed out and I remove it, then I add new rinse out water too as well. I do this because I do not want to add product in dirty water that I've already sanitized packaging from it, because then I will be not cleaning the product. I'll just be adding germs back onto the product. So that's why I try to make sure to add a new capsule, new gallon of distilled water, new rinse out water every time I wash a new set of products. While that is rinsing out, I am currently going to start on the 50 milliliter tubes. This process works best for me because that way I end up finishing it quicker and I feel like I'm getting more done. Also, as you guys can see, I have gloves on. Just so you guys know, I changed my gloves at least, I would say 6 times while doing the cleaning process, because sometimes there might be holes in it based on how you open the products. So just always try to remember, if your gloves have holes in it, put on a new pair of gloves. And finally, we're getting to the rinse complete drying process. So I use a dish drainer. This is specifically only for products. This drainer has not been used. I have drainers that I bought only for drying products. Just so you guys know, I sanitize them and clean them the exact same way. So I just position them properly and I leave them to dry. As you can see, sometimes they flip inside, but I just take my time and I just put them in the best way I can. carefully. I have silver trays, and there are some paper towels that are on top of the trays. I use that to put the caps. I don't put the product directly on the trays because that defeats the purpose of it drying. So I put paper towels first and then put it on top. Once I add the new distilled water and throw the old one out, I then cover the product that is sitting to dry with bubble wrap. The reason I do that is because sometimes we don't see it, but there's many dust that can fall and particles that can fall into a product, and especially when it's wet, it can absorb the dust. So once the product is dried, I then put them in their bins or I put them in plastic baggies. When there's a lot of product, like the 50 ml tubes, I try to use my hands to push it down in the water so the water can go inside of the product, and that way it can be completely sterilized and cleaned. Okay, so I ordered some 16-ounce jars, and I'm finally going to be washing them. So I'm going to show you guys what I do. I just take them out of their packaging. They are packaged so nicely, so cleaned, but I still want to make sure that my product is getting a second clean. Just because it's going through transit, they have to open the box, they have to take out a product to make sure that there's nothing that is illegal inside of the boxes, are going to be touched by the representatives at the post office. So that's why I just want to do a secondary cleanse to my products. I don't know, it's just, I feel like these products are going to be going on people's skins, on people's lips. They're going to be used for products that, you know, you're going to be putting on your body, and it just needs to be sterilized and clean. Although I will clean them after I put the product and everything, it's just, you just can't be too safe. It's better to be extra clean than not clean at all. Now that I'm finished giving you guys my OCD Virgo cleanliness spiel, we're going to be doing the process that I feel like is the complete and utter most tedious and headache of them all. Oh my goodness, drying the tubes. Now, when I did this the first time, it was much easier because I had less tubes to dry. But now that I'm doing it with so many tubes, it took forever. And then when I was finished doing it, I actually found a much easier way to do it. I know there's a dryer specifically that you can use for your tubes, but listen, with Corona that was happening, my city was on lockdown at that time. So I just had to go and pick up the only thing I could find, which were these dryers. And actually, these dryers did me really well because the next morning when I woke up, they were completely dried. All of them. Every last and single tube was dried. So shout out to the OG dryers. Am I the only one feeling very satisfied with watching me clean and prep these products? I promise you, as satisfying as this looks, doing it was not satisfying at all. My back was aching, my hands were killing, but it was so worth it.
Quiet star. where it starts.
the same thing with the tubes and also with the jars. I cover them once I'm done. So now it's time for the jars. Because these are 16 ounces, I have to do a couple by a couple. So for these jars, I don't change the water because they're the same products coming from the same manufacturer and they would have been all in the same jars. So I just do however amount I could fit in the bins, let them sit, and then I do the next ones. And this is the final product I had to wash that day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me clean my products. I hope you guys were able to learn something, and stay tuned for the next video because I have so much videos for you guys. I finally am able to edit my videos and post for you guys, and I will be posting more. Love you guys lots. Mwah.